As we continue to look at the growth in the valley during our month-long Hometown 2031 project, we turn our focus to Hampton Cove, a community made up of Owens Crossroads, Brownsboro, Big Cove, and Hampton Cove. Way 31's Aaron Dacey has some new information that may surprise you about this community, which is grappling with growing pains.
What Way 31 can reveal to you now is that the cap to explosive growth in Hampton Cove may be on the horizon faster than most people think. There are only 900 acres of developable land available in the Cove for homes. And planners say what the community decides as a whole in the next couple of years will determine whether Hampton Cove flourishes or declines by 2031.
And it's good to see the growth, especially as the new school's been built and all the new subdivisions out in that direction. But we definitely kind of want to get that smart growth going.
Brad Garland runs B&I Cove, a business exchange that started with just 6 members less than 2 years ago, and it's growing to 21 members and beyond.
There's a ton of families out here, so that means a ton of kids. There's also a good, strong community. We have our own identity.
City planners agree the Cove has a great quality of life now, but what about by 2031? This traffic light and the one further down at Caldwell Lane on 431, city leaders say had to be brought in because of traffic and the amount of growth. But business leaders say they would like to see some different ideas, like maybe access roads to alleviate traffic. In addition to growing pains, Dennis Madsen with Huntsville City Planning says there's a large demographic change with millennials and that communities must think about how to stay vital. He says one way to do this is with placemaking, creating a neighborhood center, an identity for the community like Providence or Linden.
And the reason that's important is because that spurs not only investment in an area, but reinvestment. You have generations who find a tie to it. They might move away, but then they come back because it has more than just a sense of living in a subdivision. It's a sense of belonging to a home.
Madsen says because there are fewer than 1,000 acres of developable land east of Montesano, these decisions need to be made in the next couple of years, and that it doesn't work well for the city to force the process. It's better if community leaders drive the planning.
Some of the decisions we want to make are, what does the entryway to Hampton Cove start to look like? What is 431 developing? Because we're really seeing a lot of activity there. Is it kind of piecemeal, or do we come together as a community and say, we really want this to be our front door? We want it to have a certain aesthetic.
Business leaders say they'd like to see this kind of coordinated effort between the community and Huntsville City, but they're not sure how to start. They say Way 31's Hometown 2031 has sparked a discussion on how to move forward.
If the Cove area works together as one group and, kind of focuses on the growth and welfare of the community, that sustainable growth is what we're going to hopefully see in the next, 15, 20 years.
B&I Cove is holding a Visitors Day Wednesday, February 8th, starting at 7 a.m. at the Robert Trent Jones Clubhouse. It invites citizens and business leaders to weigh in on plans for the future in Hampton Cove. Tonight at 10 in our Hometown 2031, Way 31's Aaron Dacey has more about Owens Crossroads and if more annexation is in the cards. And tomorrow morning, a look at the future of school delays. Then at 5 p.m., a look at new weather radar detection. You can also check out all the reports at hometown2031.com.